What's up, motherfuckers? It's Mr. Massacre here. Yeah. What's up? I've decided to start this new little series called Ramblings of a Psycho, where I or you choose a topic, just let me know about it, and I will ramble on about it for as long as I see fucking fit, because I want content for my channel. And you know, if I ramble for 20 minutes, guess how long this took me? 20 fucking minutes. I don't write this shit, man. Off the cuff. Motherfucker. Anyway, so the topic I decided to just said I wasn't fucking writing. Talk about. Subject I want to talk about today is my previous music experiences. I'm gonna go way back to the beginning when I was like 7. Me and my sister tried to do some music together. We were kids. We had a real clash of creativity. She wanted to do like pop Hannah Montana shit, and I wanted to do heavy motherfucking metal. Well, we ended up making a song. It was terrible. It was cacophony to the fullest extent, and I left that behind. I wanted to be a comic book artist. But when I was about 12, 13, I picked up music again, just as a hobby at first, but I got more and more serious about it as it went on. I actually have this whole notebook, like 70-page notebook, filled with metal song lyrics. And my one rule with it is I could never rip out a page, so it's a full 70 pages of material. And I mean, most of it's terrible. But I finished it when I was about 15, and I just had this thought in my head, like, if I can just finish this whole notebook, some band is gonna want me, and I'm already gonna have all this material, and we can just rock right out the gate. I don't know why I thought that I should write without my band, which was non-existent, but I did. So I finished it and approached a few people, and no one gave a fuck that I had shit written, because they were like, you have a whole notebook full of material? And I was like, yeah. And they're like whole songs, like with instruments and everything, like you have all that shit planned? And I was like, well, I kind of just have the lyrics. And they were like, we don't care. So I kind of put music aside for a while. I stopped wanting to do it again. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. But I started listening to some horrorcore, started changing up my music a little bit. You know, just a lot of metal wasn't floating my boat anymore. I've never been the biggest fan of like Slipknot, and it's just Breaking Benjamin, shit like that. Shit, I really don't even know. Like, I can't think of a lot of other bands on that tier because I just don't fucking know them. I know like fucking Fear Factory, Ministry, Disturbed. I know the good ones. And I pretty much got bored. Especially since Disturbed wasn't making music anymore. They were my absolute fucking favorite. I was at a loss. I had this musical hole that needed to be filled. And I started listening to some ICP because they can be very metal. Like my favorite song by them was Chicken Huntin'. The remix, the Slaughterhouse remix. It's got that heavy guitar. And so I slowly made the transition over, found some Twisted. I found that they were pretty metal too. And I started listening to them. And I just really liked the flow. And so when I decided to start writing music again, kind of on a whim, I decided to go horrorcore. And since I was really into Twisted, of course, I wanted a partner, because Twisted's a duo, and I was like, shit, what if I become famous? Like, one of the best things I find about a duo is the fact that you can keep your content very top-notch with a duo. Because each of you only has to write half a song. You only need, like, half a song worth of, like, wow! You know, when you're alone, you gotta make sure that whole song is just, like, you know, hitting every single verse, just like killing it constantly. In a duo, you kind of get a break. Like, you know, you can kill it one verse and then just step back and be like, whoa, okay, you know, you have less to write, you have less to perform. It just makes it generally easier. So I approached my homie. I'm not going to use people's names. just gonna use their rapper aliases. Some of them aren't doing shit anymore, some of them are. That doesn't matter, I'm just gonna use their aliases so I don't piss anyone off. So I go to my homie J Drop, and I'm like, yo man, let's start doing this music shit. He was hesitant at first, but finally he agreed. We started to practice twice a week, had a whole album planned. Our name was Dual Blades. We only ever released one song on Dual Blades, and that was with some other people. So I'm gonna rewind, cause some shit was happening at the same time as that. So, right after me and J Drop started Dual Blades, I met this guy, known as The Beast 3. So, The Beast, as he calls himself, he said that he had been in the group before. And I was like, oh shit, man, I just got in a group with my homie. And he was like, yeah, man, we should feature together. And he showed me some of his old work, and I was like, yeah, man, you've done something. That was more than I had. You know, I had nothing written, I had nothing ready. Well, I did have things written, but nothing recorded. I mean, you know, I was very new to this whole thing. I didn't know how to do rap. I just knew it was a fuck of a lot easier since I didn't need a band. And so, you know, I hang out with this guy for a while, and finally he's like, hey, do you, Mr. Massacre, and J Drop want to join a new group I'm starting? He's like, I already got like 1 or 2 people. And I was like, alright, what's it called? He's like, Numbers Game. We each have a number and a different alias. So we did it. And met up with another good friend of mine, rapper Slicks, 2 X's. And that was the only Dual Blades song that we ever released, was this one. It had me, J Drop, The Beast, and Slicks on it. So it wasn't really a Dual Blades song, it was a Numbers Game song, but it was for Dual Blades, called Come and Find Me. It's on YouTube somewhere. Might have to re-upload it to my channel now that I think about it. That'd be fun. So shortly after that, J Drop decided it just wasn't for him, and so he dropped out. So I didn't have my own solo group anymore. You know, all I had was Numbers Game. And Slicks ended up moving, so that was kind of gone. And so it really just ended up being me and The Beast. So, you know, I released my first album, Schoolyard Massacre. Finally, like, it's bad because I kind of rushed it out the gate, because I've been fucking around with all this other shit for like a year. And now I had a whole bunch of half-written material for Dual Blades. And I was like, fuck. So I rushed it and I kind of finished it and just put out Schoolyard Massacre. That's why it's very shitty compared to everything else. I really haven't upgraded my equipment much since then, but my music sounds way fucking better, because I've learned to use the equipment better and all sorts of shit like that. So I was hanging out with The Beast, shooting the shit. I had just finished Schoolyard Massacre. I was taking a few weeks, like, just to take a break. Like, holy shit, I just made an album. Like, it kind of blew my mind. And, and also, J Drop, he stayed on as my producer for my first 2 albums. And he had with the cover art for all 3 of my albums to date. So, me and The Beast, decided one day, fuck it, dude. Let's do a group together, like you and me. We have stuck it out. Like, we haven't left. We know this is what we want to do. But there was kind of a problem. The Beast never wanted to finish his half of the songs. He always told me, like, oh yeah, man, I got that all written at home. And, oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Our group name was called DNA for Devils and Angels. It's supposed to be a yin-yang situation. He was supposed to be the good, I was supposed to be the bad, because he had a more Hobson Tech 9 kind of style, like, you know, I'm an angel on the inside shit, and I'm just like, I'm evil, bitch, fuck you! So, you know, we kind of had complementary styles in that way, where we could, you know, like, you know, he could kind of take some of his aggression too, and it didn't seem so bad in comparison to, like, the shit I was saying, like, oh, I'll rip you in half and fuck your guts and shit. You know, he could be like, I'll shoot you in the face. And it just doesn't sound as bad next to that shit. So he wasn't finishing his parts of the song. And one day I called him on it. I took this whole break between Schoolyard Massacre and Murder Scene to do this with him, to pursue a DNA album, which we decided we were going to release before my next album, Murder Scene. And one day I'm like, yo, what song you want to like practice writing? And he's like, any of them. And he's like fucking around on his iPad and shit. And I'm like, no, you choose, what song? And he's like, I don't care. And I was like, name a single song that's going to be on our album. And he said DNA. I'm like, that's the name of the group, motherfucker. He didn't know shit about what we were doing. He wasn't paying attention. He didn't care. He didn't have any of his shit written. And I had half an album done. So I was like, fuck this too. Quit that group. Then I went on to make Murder Scene, which was pretty good. It's abundantly obvious I had way too much material for that one, because the album's almost an hour fucking long. I believe there's 16 tracks. I'm not 100% on that, but I think there's like 16 tracks. Because I just had all this overflow back from Dual Blades, from DNA, shit I didn't use from Schoolyard Massacre, and I still had shit I cut, man. I still have so much shit that I've cut that I've never released, because I was just like, I don't know, it just doesn't live up to what I want to do. So then I finished that, and I was kind of torn. Like, Murder Scene was really inspired by like Twisted and ICP, and at the end there, I didn't mean for it to be an influence, but I started really getting into Tech Nine, so he was kind of an influence on some shit too. But my biggest influences on Explicit Motherfucker were probably Tech Nine, Twisted, and Brother Lynch. So I decided to go darker. You know, I kind of... Murder Scene was a little cheesy, Halloween type shit. I still think some shit on Murder Scene goes pretty hard. You know, there's a few songs that I'm still like, that's the shit. Like, Party Like You're Sick. I remastered that song for Explicit Motherfucker. Because I think that song is the fucking shit. And everyone I've shown that song to is like, that's the shit. You know, it's just like this hardcore fucking song. It just all goes like right on beat and everything. Like, it's just one of the best songs I've ever written. So I decided to put it on Explicit Motherfucker, like with better quality and shit, and I extended it by a verse. So I made Explicit Motherfucker. It took a lot longer than I had planned, because I just like I was trying to do some speed rap too. Like, I was just trying to, I just wanted people to know I could, because I knew I could from what I did on Schoolyard Massacre, Blow It Up. You know, that song was really fast, but it didn't have a flow. It didn't go to the instrumental at all. But I'm like, I want to show that I can have some speed with flow. So that took me a while, and, you know, some features fell through. See, after that, I was really looking for some features. Now that I didn't have a group, I'm like, man, some of these songs are great, but I'm a verse short. Like, what the fuck? So I desperately tried to find some features. Most of them fell through. So it took me a while. And that brings us up to now. My next project, which is tentatively being called Horrorcore with a W. Like horror-core. Yeah. It's going to be hopefully it's going to be a small EP with all my own instrumentals. I already have a lot of the material written, but making instrumentals is a fucking bitch. But hopefully I can have a single out fairly soon. I'm not going to set any dates because I don't know how long that shit's going to take me. But some exciting news for my channel. I will be uploading a song soon, not with my instrumental, but one that I wrote. And I'm hoping that a snippet from it can be the intro to Ramblings with a Psycho. And it'll be a whole series, and that'll just be like a little intro thing that comes up. Get something nice and classy. This is like Mr. Massacre, all popping up, like, you know, the song playing in the background. It's gonna be sick. Anyway, that's pretty much all the rambling this psycho has to do. So, like it. Like this shit. If you like it. If you hate it, like it anyway, because fuck you. And, subscribe. Listen to my fucking music. Check it out. I almost got fucking 40 likes up on Party Like You're Sick, the remastered version. So check that out. Spread this shit for some true underground horrorcore shit. Stay tuned to Mr. Motherfucking Massacre. Peace out, motherfuckers. I'm done.